let's start with story number one, and that is Unify Festival for 2022. With the lineup being,
Yeah, let me look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. The Amity Affliction, Violent
Sick.
Soho,
Nice.
Alpha Wolf, Banks Arcade, Bloom, Bugs, Dream on Dreamer, Grave Mind.
Hey, yeah, boy.
Then we got Ocean Grove,
Yes.
Pride Lands, Red Hook, Short Stack,
Hey, Pride Lands.
Starve, Stepson,
I know a
Teenage
dude.
Jones,
Dude from Pride Lands.
yeah,
Stepson.
Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers, Thornhill, To Octavia, our friends in the Last Martyr,
Hey, the boys.
Wax, Wild Heart, and yours truly. And it says that there's going to be more to be announced soon.
Pretty sick lineup.
It's a good lineup, man. Personally, like, look, I admit it, I'm a bit old. I'm a bit out of the realm of like picking up on new bands pretty quickly and shit.
Me too as well, to be honest.
So to me, like, you know, like the main ones that I'm looking at are like Amity Affliction, Violent Soho,
Yeah.
Alpha Wolf, Dream on Dreamer.
Yeah. Gravemind is sick, man.
Ocean Grove.
Give them a listen. Gravemind are pretty cool.
Thornhill, The Last Martyr. They're like the ones that I'm looking at the most. I don't really know much about Bloom. I don't know much about Pride Lands. Short Stack, you know, I knew of shit that they did back in the day, but I don't know much now.
This guy Pliny looks pretty cool. Pliny is an independent solo artist from Sydney, Australia. He composes, plays guitar, records, produces, and manages his unique brand of instrumental progressive rock, all from a home studio.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
I'm just reading up about that Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers because I've never heard of them, and they look interesting. And it says they're a Riot Girl... What? Okay. Riot Girl era energy with a 2021 spin. Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers are the most natural, unapologetic, and damn likable punk rockers you'll meet. So they're a punk rock band.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Yeah, sweet. Yeah. All girl punk man from Canberra.
It seems like it's a very...
They play Groove in the Moo.
I mean, compared to Unify usually, it's a pretty Australian heavy lineup because I'm guessing of COVID and COVID and shit. So I'm guessing that's because like Unified a few years back was Underoath as headliners and shit. So
absolutely, yeah.
I'm guessing that this is right now. This is who we got for the lineup. The Amity Affliction being the headliners. I wouldn't be surprised if look, I don't think things will change with COVID, but at very quickly, like in time for this. But I think that if things change quickly enough, you may even see a couple of internationals even overtaking the headlining spot of Amity Affliction if things allow for it, because I do feel like the Amity Affliction are obviously a great band. I've played with them. They've got great songs, but at the same time, I do feel like they're kind of waning a little bit.
To an extent.
This is just from my personal, what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and stuff. And I'm hearing a lot of people saying, like, they're not what they once were. Their new stuff isn't as good. But, like, dude, I'm stuck back when Chasing Ghosts came out and Youngbloods came out and stuff with them. And I still think they're fucking great albums. I hear their new shit every now and then, like... but I think they're still big enough to bring a crowd. I just think that as a headliner for this Unified Festival, I think a lot of people are a bit disappointed that that's the big name. And I get it, but I also understand that Amity Affliction are bigger than I probably am thinking as well. So
yeah, bro, yeah. I'm just thinking about absolutely. I'm thinking about back in the day when they were like a full band, you know, when they had like Ryan Burt. And even Trad Nathan, when like Severed Ties and stuff came out, they had a full band back then. They've changed a lot of members. And that was probably even around when when Chasing Ghosts and like Let the Ocean Take Me came out. So I think they've done pretty well. Like just again, like in whatever, in terms of rotating members and stuff like that. Like obviously Aaron and Joel are the main dudes behind it.
If they weren't
But
in it wouldn't be
they
Amity Affliction, you know?
Absolutely, they're like the heart and soul of it. But like again, I'm not even that into them nowadays anymore. But they brought out a couple awesome songs. It was like "Don't Wade in the Water" and another song, and
That's
that
the
was
one I've heard.
yeah. And there is another sweet couple of songs they put out. But like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, to wrap up, what I'm trying to say is like in the wake of COVID and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess it's fair to say pretty much every band has waned a bit because they haven't had a chance to like play live or anything like that.
I wouldn't really say that that's true, man, with waning bands. I think that bands that have utilized this time the right way are actually coming up and have a very good outlook for their like futures. You know, like when you look at Underoath, like they did their COVID streams, and reading an article from them from that about those streams. Like I'm just going to quickly look it up now to see how my figures are right. They did a COVID stream called Observatory, and they did Define the Great Line, They're Only Chasing Safety, and what was their third album called? How can I not remember? Oh, I know Desperate Times, Desperate Measures was a song on it, but it was called Lost in the Sound of Separation. That's right. I don't know why I had a mind blank then. So they did those 3 albums.
I didn't realize they did a third one. I didn't realize they did a third one. I know that you showed me 2.
Yeah, they did 3. And they said that basically they said that they made around, I think it was $800,000 profit. Here we go. So here we go. This is a quick recap of how much Underoath made on their streams and what they took home, kind of thing. So they made the 3 live stream shows grossed a total of $800,000, $266,000 per show, including tickets, merch, and vinyl sales. Estimated all expenses, including production, sound lights, camera view, venue, crew, travel, broadcast series, fees, whatever. The management's cut to be between 230 to 240 grand, which would have left the band, left each band member walking away with between 12 to 15,000 in their pockets every show. So 3 shows, they all walked away with roughly $45,000 each.
Wow.